I am 27 years old currently, and I have to say that I don't feel like I have made any progress in terms of financial, not because I wasn't able to, but because of the missing of information. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Isaura Abru. For those new to my channel, welcome. This channel we talk a lot of stuff about financial education, development, and all of that good stuff, side hustles. But today, as you can see, we are in my car. As you guys know me from the previous video, I feel like most of the videos I have made is very straight to the point, and I feel like more scripted because of course before I put out those videos I wanted to make sure I was giving you guys the right information. Today everything I'm gonna say is just like a talking to you guys, sharing a little bit about my experience and the purpose of me having this channel. So hopefully all the information I'm giving you today is helpful to you in any way, because I'm gonna be sharing some personal stuff, you know, so that you understand better where I'm coming from with the channel and all that good stuff. So first of all, I'm gonna start off by saying that I live in New York City. I am originally from Dominican Republic, and I moved to the United States, to New York, when I was 12 years old. My mom, she brought me here. She came in with her family first, and I was left in the Dominican Republic for around 8 years. I didn't live with my mom. She was in the United States, and I was there back in my hometown of San Juan de la Maguana in the Dominican Republic, and it's a small town. And I grew up there with my grandparents. After a few years, my father moved there with us, and yeah, I lived there. And my life throughout my childhood was very good. I can say that living in the town, really, I learned how to appreciate a lot of stuff that probably now that I have a 9-year-old daughter, she don't see in the same way as me, because I grew up in a different space with a different mentality. And yeah, so after some time I came here to the United States with my mom. I was pretty excited. My mom sacrificed herself, working a lot, doing whatever she could to bring me here, and I am so grateful for the opportunity that I was given to come to the United States. With this being said, my life after that took a really big change. Not only getting accustomed to this society and to the mentality that people carry around here in the United States, in New York, but also being around people from different backgrounds. I really love it, but to be honest, it was really hard to get accustomed to all this. It was a big change for me, and of course the language, it was so difficult. At the beginning I was like, oh my god, how am I going to learn English? This is crazy. But well, I did what I have to do. I went to high school. I finished high school. Well, I went to middle school first here. That's where my English kind of took off. And then I went to high school. I finished my high school. And then while I was in high school, I got pregnant with my daughter, and then things changed from there on. I really don't want to talk about all that in this video. Maybe I'll talk about it in some other video. But yeah, after that I started working. I didn't really went to school for a long time, maybe 6 months after high school. I went to college and I started working non-stop to help my mom and my daughter that I've always lived with. Since I didn't have a present dad for my daughter, it was me and my mother. My mother has been a great help for me during my journey here in New York, and we have been able to go through a lot of stuff together as mother and daughter, and I am so glad I have my mom and dad. She's so great. But talking about this, and because you know, all in my channel I talk about money, savings and stuff like that. I am 27 years old currently, and I have to say that I don't feel like I have made any progress in terms of financial, not because I wasn't able to, but because of the missing of information. We are not taught in school how to save. We are not taught in school things that we are supposed to take in consideration when growing up in order to have a more flexible life when it comes to making money and all of that stuff. So it was really hard for me to understand why some people got it and why some others do not. And this was a concept that I had very confused and like I couldn't understand for some reason during this time. So I try to understand, why do my friends or people around me, they seem like they got it and I don't. First of all, later in life, maybe a year and a half ago, I started researching because I was like, what is going on? What's happening that I feel like I'm stuck? I need to get it together. I need to find information. And that's when I came across YouTube, people uploading videos about their lifestyles, people talking about minimalist and frugal living. And that's where I really was like, oh my God, people talking about businesses and stuff like that. And that's how I learned that, to be honest, especially here in New York City, if you have good credit and if you have a business, there's a lot of stuff that you can do without using your money. Of course, it's going to mean that a lot of people are going into debts in order to look like they got it, if you know what I mean. And when the reality, they're really struggling in a day-to-day life, paycheck by paycheck, pretending that they got it just because of the peer pressure and all of the stuff around them, and not really taking in consideration the things that are important to them, that really matters. So I first was very hungry for money, to be honest, because I didn't understand the concept of money, right? Very hungry for money. I didn't know what to do. I was trying to look for information. It was really crazy. However, I took a step back in life and I said to myself, Isaura, you need to consider the best for you and your mom, and you need to intentionally think about the things that makes you happy. What is it that you really want? When I sat down and after, like I said, listening to minimalist lifestyle videos and all of that stuff, I thought about the things that really mattered to me. At this point, to be very honest with you, I'm sorry about the background noise. I'm at work. I thought about my childhood, and this was something that really hit me because here in New York, in wintertime, my daughter cannot really go out and enjoy outside. She mostly in the house, from school to the house. And I barely spend time with her because I need to work in order to keep up with bills, because as you know, New York City is very expensive. And it's hard, you know, it's very hard. And most of the kids here in New York, they're given a tablet to play, some toys, but the majority of the time they spend either in the computer or in the tablet. And I don't feel that in any ways this is healthy. For me, seeing my daughter like that, not spending time with her even if I want to, and for her, because she's consuming all of this content that at the end of the day, even though we have parental control in our phone, etc., it's very hard to control the things that these kids are able to find in the media. A lot of bad information, and we have to be really careful. But it's very hard for me to keep up with this stuff because at the end of the day, kids grow, they do whatever they want, and it's hard. So this is when last year in 2021, I took this big step into my life where I was going to take control of it and do whatever I feel it was right for me. This is when I purchased my land in the Dominican Republic. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna link it right here so you can go watch it. And I decided to take this big move, and I decided to buy a land in the Dominican Republic because, to be honest, guys, my plan is moving to the Dominican Republic in the next 2 years at least. I was planning to go next year, but I really want to set up everything the right way before moving. But definitely, if everything goes well and I can move next year, I'll move next year. But with this being said, things started to change, and I decided that, you know what, I have to move from New York City. This is not the life I want. And how am I going to accommodate? How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? Because remember, I came here at 13 years old. I don't really know how life is over there, but I did my research. I always travel over there, and I know that the expenses there compared to the United States and other countries, it's very low. So I was like, you know what, I am going to do this. I bought my land. I purchased this land. It was very cheap. And I decided to start constructing the house. That's where most of the money was put into. But thank God I adopted a minimalist lifestyle, like I said in my previous videos that you can go back and watch. And I decided to spend less, because in this consumerism world that we live in now, with Instagram, Facebook, and all this advertisement that just fill your mind with the need to have this whole bunch of stuff, unnecessary stuff. It's just for the benefit of the person selling it. So I decided to take a step back, see the things that were working for me, and take this big move. And hopefully soon I am going to be living the life that I really think it's beneficial for me, my health, my daughter, my mom, etc. So it's like, even thinking about it, it makes me so happy, because I finally feel like I'm doing me, and I am not doing what society wants me to do. To get a house in the United States and New York, to have a nice luxury car, to have a lot of money and pretend I have it all together, when the reality is that in life we always have a problem. We always have issues, you know. But the difference is how you manage your money. I learned that money is not everything in life, but it can definitely help you to not stress out about all the things that you need to worry when you don't have it. So this is why when I adapted to be a more frugal person and spend my money wisely, not only was I able to save money for emergency, have money for my financial independent future, like I call it, and have money for the things that really matter for me, and a savings where if something happens to me, for example, I lose my job, etc., I am not gonna go through a very hard time, because I have some savings until I can resolve. So these are the stuff that I started to really think about it intentionally. For me, not letting other people's opinions really get into me and stuff like that, but really thinking, what do I want? What do I want for me, for my mom, for my daughter? What do I want? And it has really helped me feel like a relief in life, because now there's not competition with anybody but myself. There's just that feeling that I'm gonna get what I want without any interference, because I'm working towards, and because the universe always help us get our ways, and because I don't want the same thing that my friend wants. I want what I want. So really sitting down and thinking about this stuff is really going to give you a different perspective in life, and I highly recommend you to do this, because it's going to be very helpful for not only for your mental health but for your physical, because when you're stressed, when you don't know what to do, it can really show on your physical, on your appearance. So this is why I wanted to share this with you guys, in case you feel stressed, in case you feel you can do stuff. Yes, you can. I was able to do it, and I don't have a college degree. I don't have like a college education that I can say I made a ton of money. As you guys know, I am a medical courier. You can watch those videos. I'm gonna leave it right here in New York City. I make a decent amount of money, and I try to save at least 50 to 60% of my income, because I know every single dime I save is a little more time that I buy back to myself. I have spent a lot of time, unfortunately, in things that didn't matter, and now that I am able to understand how important my time is, I want to really make sure buy back that time. And the only way I can do this is by savings. I highly suggest you to start saving your money. Spend your money wisely. Cut up on the expenses that you no longer need, or that you can reduce the money that you pay for it so that you can save that money. And trust me, it could feel very hard, a few dollars, but trust me, this adds up. Just put the effort to do it. And yeah, hopefully in the future I will speak more like this on videos if you like me to. I am so very happy that I have this mentality, that I am going to move, that I don't longer chase this American dream, and that I appreciate a lot to be able to be here in New York City in the United States and the opportunities that this country has gave me. I'm no longer caught up with this mentality that I don't have enough. Now I know what I want and what is enough for me and for my family, and I feel very happy. Every day I'm very content with everything I have. This is all I wanted to share with you today, guys. I hope this video open some eyes and some new perspectives in your life of the things that you can do. I love you all. You have a wonderful day. I see you in the next one. Bye.